My name is Nathan DeNobrega. I'm 14 years old and I've been a member of Rebel Tennis Club for 9 years. Ever since I started playing tennis at the age of 6, I originally was not a very big fan of the sport, but eventually as I grew older and I got more into the sport, I've become a big fan competitively and recreationally. I vividly remember from the ages 6 to 8, my team and I traveling from the GBTI location to the Guyana National Park to train, but now strictly we train at the GBTI location, which is a facility owned by a local bank which enables the youths in the community to come out here and play tennis, which we are very grateful for. I also remember struggling while participating in my first few red, orange and green balls local mini tournament, which is when I suffered my first loss from the former number 1 under 10 boy player, Elwin Livius, which has then motivated me to strive to become a better tennis player and train harder, and ever since then I have been dominant in the under 10, 12 and 14 categories for 6 consecutive years. In 2021, at the age of 11, I was selected to represent Guyana in Dominican Republic at a development tournament, and in 2022, I was also again selected to represent Guyana at Trinidad and Tobago at said development tournament. Additionally, I also represented Guyana at the annual Inter-Guyana Games on 2 occasions.
After participating in those development tournaments, it set my standards for competing locally and internationally. And in 2022, I then went on to reach my first Sagicor Under 12 singles finals in St. Lucia and won the Under 12 doubles in that same tournament. In the following year, I reached another singles finals at the Under 14 Cotec in Trinidad and Tobago, while also reaching quarterfinals in doubles. Shortly after, I won my first Under 14 doubles title in Barbados and reached quarterfinals in singles. In the coming months, I managed to reach another Under 14 doubles final in St. Lucia while also reaching quarterfinals for singles. Then, in 2024, by far my most successful year, started off by competing in yet another Under 14 Cotec tournament in April, reaching semifinals for singles and quarterfinals for doubles. Not long after, I participated in the Rebel Men's Open Singles tournament and reached semifinals. Following that, I went on to win my first Sheltes Under 18 singles title and continued to defend my Under 14 singles title. In July, I obtained my first double crown, winning both the singles and doubles in the Under 14 UTR tournament. Afterwards, I competed in my first Level 6 USTA tournament in Miami, Florida, and won that tournament. Then, I proceeded to win the Under 14 title and reach finals for the Under 18 in the Small to Rebel Junior Tennis Tournament. And finally, I closed off the year by competing in yet another Trinidad and Tobago UTR Under 14 tournament and made it to finals.
In late 2023, I suffered my first major injury when I had a fracture in my left foot, which caused me to pull out of the Inter-Guyana Games and miss a Trinidad UTR tournament. But nevertheless, after that long, well-deserved rest, I came back stronger and better than ever in 2024. All the achievements listed prior did not come to me at a low cost. There was a lot of people that made plenty sacrifices and allowed me to have the opportunity to go to the country and compete to the best of my ability. And I first want to thank my mother, which is the rock that I stand on, which has been there, done everything for me in my life, has played the role of both parents in my life. She has been left herself undone and even putting herself aside for me to make sure that I get everything that I need to be the best person I can and to make a name for myself and my country and my family. Then I want to thank my grandmother for working as hard as she is, for as experienced as she is in life. She has been there for me and my mother and making sure that I'm always prepared to travel, always prepared to save money. And she always is on the side making snacks, pastries to sell to people, to make anything to save for me in order for me to go to the country. Then I want to next thank my pastor for lending a hand and all the members of my church for always contributing and donating to whenever I'm in need. Then I want to thank the club. Everyone in the club has been played a pivotal role in my life, as in role models. People like my friends, my closest friends are in this club. I look up to them. And last but not least, I want to thank my coach, which has been there through thick and thin, has played a pivotal role in my life. He acts as a father towards me. He is understanding. He works hard through thick and thin. He's always out here pushing, striving for us to do better because he believes in us and everybody else believes in us. And lastly, I want to thank the GT. And for me personally, to put it simply, I want to turn pro. I want to continue to go out and make a name for myself and for extension my club and country. I want to stay determined and motivated and committed to playing tennis at the highest level. I want to go out there and play amongst the best of the best, and I want to go and become one of the best myself. And with enough motivation and determination, I believe I can do it, and I'm sure that everyone else that supports me believes in me too. As long as I've been a member of Rebel Tennis Club, it has always been a struggle to obtain finances and raise funds for us to carry our players out of the country to participate and compete in tournaments and to sometimes get basic equipment. So right now, we are in the process of building our own tennis facility with adequate number of courts, quality floodlights, proper infrastructure to enable our players to continue to have more court time and to play under floodlights, because currently we only play from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and that will enable Guyana and tennis as a whole to be more developed compared to our other Caribbean counterparts, which in my opinion will definitely give us a head start in competitions. Because imagine if we are already making a name for ourselves without as much resources as other countries. If we were to have the right resources, we would be triumphing over them.